So look, I'm just having a great time. Lee and I are having a fabulous time. You've already met Lee in the previous video that I showed. We were talking about the Italian shoes. Well, I got inspired and I wanted you guys to see part of how an artist creates and works, like their space. So Lee is gonna let us kind of come into her studio area and see how she works, which is gonna be so cool. So you guys know how much I love art. And the fact that this is one of my close friends who's allowing, now she's going behind me putting away things. Hey Lee, you're in the camera shot.
Hi everybody, my crutches.
Okay, so she's like moving stuff out of her studio. She's so funny. But anyway, I'm gonna let her just kind of give you a tour of her studio. She has a beautiful home, but we're just gonna focus on her studio for right now. So come along with us if you would.
Hi, Audrey.
Hey, Lee. Thank you for letting us come in.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is, I'm pretty shy in front of a camera, so.
Don't be shy, be yourself.
This is my little art studio where I do a lot of stuff. We talked about my mom in the first video, and she's the one who always pushed me to paint. And so, since she's passed away, now I'm pushing myself, and this is my little studio I have in the back part of my house. I have a lot of windows and I love that, and I do watercolors and acrylics, and Audrey and I, we paint together a lot also, and it's just a perfect little quiet place. I'll have my music, I'll have a cup of coffee or hot tea, and I will just paint, and I love it.
I love it. And what I like about your studio, Lee, you are so organized. This is like one of the neatest artist studios I've been in. You know how you go to other artist studios and there's like paint all over the floor and this is so organized and neat. Now, everybody, you may not know this about Lee, but Lee started out with doing food coloring painting, right?
Yes, I did food coloring. When I first moved here in the 1970s, they had no art supplies, actually. So only one place. I didn't have any money. I was really young. I wanted to paint. So I was doing Easter eggs one day, and when I noticed that the color wouldn't come off from food coloring, I said, oh, this is what I'm going to use. So I did probably 10 paintings, all of them really intricate, really kind of, I called it fantasy art. And I used the food coloring. The colors were vibrant, beautiful blues, beautiful greens, amazing. You can't get that in a watercolor for some reason. And then for the shading and everything, I used pencil on top of the color, and it just turned out really amazing, actually.
Awesome. Do you have actually any like readily accessible that maybe you could show us that you did, or if not, that's okay?
No, I don't think I do. Let me look. No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
I'm
I want
sorry.
to feature some of you've been working on a series of doing people from various cultures.
Yes.
And I know that you did like a women's series, and this
did.
is one. Can you tell us about this piece?
This picture I saw in, I think it was from a photographer who does actually beautiful photographs, and I just fell in love with her because of her eyes.
Yeah.
And so I decided she was my third portrait I ever did. And then I had to make a partner, so I made the man, and he actually is an Indian man who does dyes for material.
Okay.
For some of the clothes they wear. That painting in the back is Audrey and I, that Audrey did for me as a gift, and I just love it. It's always there hovering over me. I just love it. This is a painting I'm doing of my mom before she passed away.
Oh,
and she's just asleep. I don't have a lot of wrinkles or anything in there because she was 92. But so that's that. This is one of my very first paintings I ever did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the reason I painted the seabirds was because I really believe in that when you mate for life.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what drew me to those. And it was in a cover of a magazine from the 60s, actually.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And I noticed that a lot of your paintings have a little teardrop, like here. What does that stand for?
The teardrop stands for my dad. when he died in 1987 from Agent Orange. He was in Vietnam for a long time, and so I always want to incorporate him in some of my artwork. So I've learned that I put a tier, sometimes by my name, sometimes I have them hidden in my artwork, but they're always there.
That's beautiful, Lee. And I am proud to say that I actually own a piece by Lee, and you guys have seen it on my channel before. And I also want to talk about these because I know you do a lot of intricate detail watercolor paintings, and it seems like nature is a lot of inspiration from your
It is. I just wanted to do, I love hummingbirds, and so this is kind of like the work I used to do with food coloring. And I didn't just want to do a hummingbird, so I made the wings and the flowers and the flower wrapping around, and yeah, it's just something different, and it's fun, and I still have to put gold leaf on it, but then that will be done.
That's beautiful, Lee. And
Thank
Lee,
you.
I'm going to keep the segment short, and I want to thank you so much for, just giving us a brief tour of your work area. And you have to share this little hack for artists who may have trouble with blisters on their hands. You just showed it to me. Please share that with any artist that may be watching.
So this little thing right here is, you can get it at like a Foot Doctor's, Dr. Scholl's. It's a little rubber. You put it over your toe if you have a sore toe. Well, I was getting blisters on my finger, so I said, well, I'm going to use this. I just slid it on, and now it's really nice and soft, and it's just perfect to paint. It's so soft, and you can throw it in the washing machine and wash it. And so I use that on all my paintbrushes now.
I love that, Lee. That is so awesome. Thank you so much
you're
for this
welcome.
tour. I love you
you
so much. And will you come back on my channel?
Absolutely. Anytime you want me to.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, and please check out Lee's Instagram page, My Art, My Jewelry.